Time is 8:20 in the morning time on this Thursday morning, March 29th, 2018. It is time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Thursday morning, March 29th, 2018. Good morning to you all on this lovely Thursday morning, March 29th, 2018. It's 8:21 and 39 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top stories of the Peter Channel Morning News is President Trump taps his doctor to place Shokin at VA, choosing personal chemistry over traditional qualifications. Meanwhile, Trump seems to be struggling to find replacements for his legal team. Venezuela jail fire killed at least 68, Attorney General said. North and South Korea set summit, but North Korea should cast a shadow. Parkland student targets Ingram's advertisers after tweet about college rejections. Parkland suspect Nicholas Cruz shower fan mail donations according to report. Malala Yousafzai, world's youngest Nobel laureate, returns to home in Pakistan. Russian ex-spy daughter may have been contacted with a nerve agent at their front door, investigators said. Ecuador cuts off Julian Assange's internet access again. The future is bright. Files may undo a Brexit-divided country. Racer dies after slamming a wall at 100 mile per hour at Sonoma Raceway. And he was 75 years old. According to CNN and poll, Democratic edge dips to 6 points in the midterm race for control of Congress. Trump sons unload on Jeb Bush. Trump White House calls fatal police shooting of Stephon Clark a local matter. In Seoul, GM Korea urges labor union, corporate, and wage negotiators by the end of the month to make progress in a draft of the self-help ban. A Minnesota-based FBI agent has been charged with leaking classified information to a reporter for a series of online articles reported, he said. A federal judge on Wednesday rejected a Saudi government effort to dismiss a lawsuit accusing it of financing Al-Qaeda and sponsored the September 11th attacks. According to a lawyer, suspect didn't know Kwesi Pond were from Gronk's Foxborough home. Julie Hall went from enlisted women to Air Force Colonel. At Gillette, officials strategized for making the MBT in Foxborough long-term. Hawkins says he's never been afraid of a challenge, and service dog keeps owners excited at bay. The MBTA is studying the possibility of raising parking rates in an effort to increase revenue by $7 million a year. Attleboro High needs students outscore statewide peers. Rehoboth faces quick override question to pay for Rehoboth roof. For vying for the 3 seats at the North Attleboro School Committee, advanced schools begin replacing some bubblers. In Brockton, the choral choir rocked the house of Brockton High on Wednesday night as students for the concert choir and the repertory choir performed classes during the school's annual spring choral concert. Tesla has a problem, maybe a big problem. Nissan, Renault, and talks emerged with creating a new company. Facebook can be fined for billions for violent consent deal. President Trump seemed to have Amazon in his sights. The 5 theories this ghostly galaxy has almost no dark matter. China's effect space lab hurtling toward Earth for re-entry. Telescope spots doomed Chinese space station. Heart disease risk may show in your earlobes, eyes, and fingers. Look at that stocks now. Down 9.29 points at 23,840.42. SP5 down 7.62 at 2,605. And Nasdaq down 59.58 points at 649.23. Peter Channel News Time. 8:24 on this Thursday morning. Time for a sports report. Boston Celtics eke out a win out in Salt Lake City over the Utah Jazz. 97-94. Jalen Brown's last second three-pointer lifts seas over the Jazz. Tonight at the TD Garden, the Boston Bruins will be taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning in a first-place showdown in the TD Garden tonight at 7 o'clock, while the Boston Red Sox will be opening up Day 1 of the 2018 regular season. Down to St. Peter gets the Tampa Bay Rays. Game time, 4 o'clock. Isaiah Thomas draft season-ended hip surgery. Joel Embiid exits 76ers game after accident collision with Markel Fultz. Peter Channel News Time is 8:25 on this Thursday morning. Take a look at the Peter Channel Traffic Transit check on this Thursday morning. Beep, beep. Let's study off on the MBTA where there can be a rail. Where there can be a rail. It's looking good. Subway system. Early train with mechanical problem is clear to Washington Street. Whereas Green Line C Branch comparison 5 to 10 minute residual delays in both directions. From Cleveland Circle to Kenmore. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Okay, look at the downwards and byways of East Rhode Island and Eastern Massachusetts. Providence vicinity 95 southbound side. It is sold from protected audience in downtown Providence. 146 southbound side, so between 50 and 95 downtown Providence. 95 northbound side, so between Route 37 and Walk oriented downtown Providence. 195 westbound side, so between 114 East Parkway into downtown Providence. 6 that connector to the eastbound side, so between 6 and 95 downtown Providence. 6 eastbound side, back between 128 and Route 10 and Crescent. 146 southbound side, so between 50 and 95 downtown Providence. Up and over and down, 146 on both ends back between 146A, Route 99, and the Lincoln would get off midfield stretch, right, northbound side, so between 126 and 122 with the Lincoln would stretch. Out in Cumberland, Rhode Island, we got a crash of 122 in the southbound side near Thayer Road, so expect some delays around that area. 295 at the northbound side, and it's a little slow just around Route 95 at Attleboro, 95 at the northbound side, stop go between 152 at Attleboro headed towards 485 in Mansfield, and 295 at the southbound side, a little slow before Route 114 in Cumberland. Jamestown, Mount Open, Newport bridges are looking good. 195, it's looking good from Seacock going to Wareham, Route 6 at the eastbound side, a little slow after Route 130 in Sandwich, and the Bourne bridge to the southbound side, a little slow, but the second bridge of both ends is packed up. 95 at the northbound side, and it's slow from Route 1 in Sheridan to Route 128 Kenton. 24 at the northbound side, a little slow between 27 and Brockton to Route 128 Kenton. 3 at the northbound side, so between River St. Hingham and the Braintree Split. 128 at the northbound side, and it's between the Braintree Split all the way down to Route 24 Kenton. 7 Expressway at the northbound side, and it's between the Braintree Split all the way down to Mass Pike. 7 Expressway, southbound side, slow to Quincy Stretch. 495 at the northbound side, and it's between 126 Maryland to the Mass Pike in Hockland, Mass Pike eastbound side, so between Grafton and 495 at Westboro, and then slow on Mass Pike from Route 9 and Fairmont all the way down to the Southeast Expressway due to an accident over at the Prue Tunnel. Mass Pike westbound side, so between the Osbert Tolls. Mass Pike westbound side, so between the Lower Airport down to South Boston. 93 at both ends of downtown Boston to backed up. 93 at the southbound side, so between Medford and the Zake Bridge downtown Boston. 93 at the northbound side, it is slow from Medford to Stoneham, and 93 at the southbound side, slow around Route 129 at Redden. Route 1 is southbound side, it is slow between River down to Boston. 120 is southbound side, slow between Linfield and Lexington. Route 2 westbound side, also Lexington stretch. Eastbound side of Route 2, it's slow between 16 and Belmont, all the way down to Cambridge. And Route 3 is southbound side, it is slow between North Chelmsford and Billerica and Hippack Canberra for Route 128 to Burlington. 93 on the southbound side is Bluetooth all the way down to Redden. 495 on the southbound side, it is slow between Route 114 and Lawrence all the way down there. Route 93 in Andover. 495 at the northbound side, and it's slow between Route 3 and Lawrence all the way down to from Route 3 and Low all the way to 93 in Andover. It's slow in 495. 495 at the northbound side, it is slow around Route 2 in Littleton, and 29 on the eastbound side, slow between 146 on the Route 9 in Worcester and 146 on the northbound side, it is slow around Route 29 in Worcester. Peter Children's time, 8:29 on this Thursday morning. Time now for a weather report, and take a look at the radar. Satellite open, it shows clouds coming out of much of the northeastern corner of Massachusetts, stretching all the way down to the Route 2 corridor from Lexington all the way down to the Berkshires of Massachusetts, and clouds coming out of much of southern Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, and all of New York State, and down for New Jersey, and down to northeastern Pennsylvania, and looking at some rain showers online from north of Waterbury, Connecticut, stretching as far north as Stanfordville, New York, and another line of rain showers from Paulding, New York, down to New Milford, Connecticut, and some rain showers around Denver, Connecticut, and a line of rain showers from Carmel, New York, all the way down to Yonkers, New York, and stretching from Gloucester, New Jersey, all the way down to East Stroudsburg in Pennsylvania, and some rain showers around Huntington, Long Island, and Lyndhurst, Long Island. Alright, looking at the temperature spreading around the region, it is in the 30s to 40s for much of southern New England. It's in the 20s to 30s for much of northern New England with a 32-degree reading for Mount Washington, New Hampshire. Much of Maine from Portland on is clear. Sail ahead. right now. Norton at 8:30 on this Thursday morning. 39 degrees on temperature, humidity 96%, 2.38 degrees by revenue 3.05 inches, west is sway, wind speed, west northwest is calm. Okay, look at that forecast. Goes like this. For today, chance of showers may after 5 p.m. Mostly clouds about 56 degrees. Light available wind, anticipation is 30%. New percent less than 7 inches possible for tonight. And chance of showers before 11 p.m. Then a slight chance of showers after 4 a.m. Mostly clouds about 47 degrees. And light southeast wind, anticipation 30%. New percent less than 7 inches possible for Friday. Chance of showers made before 3 p.m. Clouds about 60 degrees. Southwest about 69 miles per hour. West in the afternoon. Winds gust size 21 miles an hour, anticipation 40%, new percent less than 7 inches possible for Friday night. Partly clouds got about 36 degrees, northwest about 6 miles an hour for Saturday. Sunny's got about 56 degrees, northwest about 9 miles an hour coming to southwest in the afternoon for Saturday night. Slight chance of showers after 1 a.m. Mostly clouds about 39 degrees, anticipation 20%. Sunday, Sunday podcast clouds about 52, about 29 degrees. Mondays, most sunny podcast clouds about 46, about 32 degrees. Tuesday, chance of showers, mostly clouds got about 50, about 30 degrees, anticipation 30%. Wednesday, chance of showers, Princess got about 40 degrees, just based 30%. And that's going to be it for the Peter Tell 'em all the news on this Thursday.